Counseling is hearing. In my first video in this series, I talked about how counseling is listening. Listening being a skill. When I'm listening to a client, I'm not thinking about what caused the issue or how to treat it. I'm simply listening. And this gives the person an opportunity to hear himself think and to hear what he's saying, and by self-discovery is often able to change his attitude or his behavior. Hearing is different from listening. It is also a skill, and it is more complex. You hear people say, "I don't feel that I was heard," or "I just want somebody to hear me." I want to give you 4 examples of how I hear people in counseling. The first has to do with interpretation. A woman comes into my office and says, "I love my husband very much and I want to stay married to him for a long time." In hearing her, I look below the surface. I read between the lines. I read the body language, and I'm able to tell her what she is actually meaning by what she's saying instead of the actual words. I repeat, "I understand that you love your husband very much, but you're not sure how long you want to be married to him." She is immediately comforted and finds hope in the fact that I have heard what she really meant. A second has to do with my education and training. A man comes in, and as we are talking, I realize that he probably has the bipolar disorder. I mention this to him and say that we need to find time for a proper diagnosis. He has been heard, but in a way that he never thought that he needed to be heard because he had no idea that he might be bipolar. A third example is very much like the second, in that it has to do with the recognition of certain condition. In this case, a man comes in who has been diagnosed as bipolar disorder. He's a salesperson, and he's concerned that he's going to lose his job because he's not making enough sales. I'm able to hear him by saying, "I understand what you're saying because you have certain failure personalities that are part of your disease. You've developed these over a long period of time. They can be defined and they can be eliminated so that you can make the sales that you need." A fourth type of hearing has to do with data, the opinions of a lot of people over a long period of time. A woman comes in and says, "My supervisor told me that her supervisor is uncomfortable when she hears me talking to customers on the telephone, and I'm worried about that." And I say, "Well, you should be worried about that. I would be worried about it too, and so would everybody else. Nobody likes to be kept in the dark when a supervisor is criticizing or critiquing one's work." So I've given you 4 examples of hearing. There are lots more, but I can't go into all of those in this video. I don't know how you came to watch my video today, whether you saw it on somebody else's website or my website or YouTube, but I want to invite you to visit us often. The address is counselingservicesatlanta.com. It's not Counseling Services of Atlanta. It's not Counseling Services in Atlanta. It is counselingservicesatlanta.com. I invite you to visit us often because I'm continually putting new videos and new information on this site. Is there a way that I can help you? Is there something that you want to talk about with me? If so, you can find my phone number or email address on the website. Give me a call. I'll give you a free consultation period in which you can fully discuss what it is that you might want to carry into counseling. So give me a call.